or good morning still, I guess. I'm Klara.
I'm Kaitlin.
And welcome to the Rebel Dietitian Kitchen. And so it is Food Allergy Awareness Month, so we are talking allergy-friendly cooking.
Definitely. We are making mac and cheese for 2 different allergies.
Yes, absolutely. So I work with a lot of our GI clients who come in with sensitivities and allergies, and I hear all the time, well, now that I'm, gluten intolerant or dairy intolerant, like I can't eat my favorite foods. Wrong. We are here to show you today how you can.
Exactly, with mac and cheese.
Mac and cheese, which has, traditionally 2 big food allergy offenders, both gluten and dairy. So we are making a gluten-free version
and a dairy-free version.
So
which I didn't believe would work.
I know, and I challenged Kaitlin. I was like, just try it, and it did.
And I actually liked it better than the gluten-free one.
Really? Okay. Well, I'm excited to try them.
Okay. All right. So I am over here working on the vegan/dairy-free mac and cheese.
Yep.
I have onion, sauté, and garlic in olive oil. I'm going to be adding grated potato next, about 1 medium potato peeled and then grated in here. So while I'm doing that,
I will start the gluten-free version. Okay, so we are making it's a butternut squash mac and cheese, and we're going to use gluten-free noodles. So what we have here, you said the potatoes are stuck.
The potatoes are stuck in the jar.
You need help?
Okay, no, I'm working on it.
Let me know if I need to extricate it. So here we have, it's some roasted butternut squash with some onion and thyme, just simply roasted in the oven, and I'm going to show you how quick and easy this is to put together. So we're going to dump this in the trusty Vitamix. Oh God, okay, good. I'm going to see me struggle with the Vitamix. Okay.
So both of these have a little veggie action added in.
They do.
So with the vegan option, we stuck some right at the end of cooking in the water.
Mm-hmm.
I threw a bag of frozen peas in there just to cook them really quickly, and then I drained it.
And that actually makes it a complete protein. So peas are a plant-based protein, and that traditionally means it's an incomplete protein, which means that it doesn't have all of the amino acids that our body needs. But by pairing it with a grain, you can make it a complete protein.
And this sauce, a spoiler alert, is made with cashews, so we get a little extra protein there.
You do, and some good healthy fats. Mm-hmm. Okay, so I have the butternut squash in there. Let me add some chicken broth. We're using chicken broth. You can also use veggie broth. Add some Greek yogurt.
A little way to cut down on the saturated fat, so not using as much cream or any cream if you want to use milk.
Yep.
And get a little extra protein.
Yep, absolutely. And we are going to use a little bit of cream today because
that's what I brought.
That's what Kaitlin brought. And actually, so the inspiration behind this Facebook Live is our new Leap Cooking with Food Sensitivity book, which is right over here, and it takes you through something called technique cooking, which is using similar methods of cooking but kind of interchanging ingredients such as subbing a gluten-free pasta or a dairy-free alternative, and different spices, different proteins, in order to make it more convenient for you and fit whether it's food allergy needs, food preferences, whatever it. Are you struggling over there?
I'm good.
Fitting whatever needs that you need them to.
And this goes along with the food sensitivity testing that we offer.
Yep, it absolutely does. Okay, so
right, so I got my potato grated up. I made enough of a mess.
I'm going to say you're cleaning that later?
Clean it up. Okay.
All right, adding in some cream.
We do these lives in Klara's counseling room, so then I just get to leave.
She does, and my office smells really, really nice the rest of the day. My patients come in, they're like, ooh, it smells good. And I'm like, I know, it's quite delicious. Okay. So we have, all right, so it's going to get loud in here in a minute. Let's see if I can do this.
So my grated potatoes in here, and I'm going to add a little bit of red pepper flakes just for a little bit of spice.
Oh, it's not as loud as I thought. Oh, nice. I'm learning. I might be getting an admission of this.
This is my Vitamix, and I love it.
It's very nice. All right, so let this. All right, so that is blended up. All right, so what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how easy this is. So really, the most intense part of this recipe, I would say, is chopping the butternut squash and roasting it. And if you're feeling like you need a shortcut, which is always okay, you can just, get some pre-chopped butternut squash always.
Get frozen.
Frozen, yeah.
So did we talk about this pasta yet?
No, not yet.
So this pasta that we're using is called Banza. That's just the brand that I like to use. It's made from chickpeas.
Yep.
So it's gluten-free.
Yep.
But what are the other brands that we tend to recommend?
So Explore Cuisine has some really good bean-based pastas, and actually, so Banza is, like Kaitlin said, a chickpea pasta. So this actually is going to have a little bit more protein than actually a lot more protein than a traditional just go to the store and buy a pasta. But gluten-free pastas are becoming pretty widely available. Jovial is another good one that I really like. That one is a brown rice-based pasta, so it doesn't have as much protein in it as the Banza would. The standard, like the Berea and the other one that I'm blanking on right now, they are starting to have more gluten-free options as well. So
Berea has bean-based pastas now.
Oh, they do. I have
tried
seen
them,
that.
so I
Yeah.
don't know. Okay, so I'm going to add in about a cup of water to this mixture and bring it up to a boil, and a cup of cashews. So these are roasted. I think they're even salted because I sent my husband to the store and that's what he bought. But raw cashews can be a little harder to find, but that would be the preference here.
All right, I'm adding a little bit of nutmeg into this mixture. Let's add some, and then we're going to use real cheese in our gluten-free pasta because we're just making this gluten-free, so we're going to do all the cheese. And Kaitlin, before we started, grated this by hand. You could certainly buy pre-grated cheese. I will say though, I took a cheese making class with my mom, and they really recommend for like melting cheeses, grating it yourself because it melts better.
It doesn't have the anti-caking stuff.
Yep.
On it.
Yep. Whenever I make mac and cheese for my friend group, I always delegate cheese grating to someone.
And I always do pizza, but fresh grated cheese.
Yep.
It's just so much better.
Agreed.
Okay, I'm gonna bring this up to kind of like a little simmer. The purpose of this is to help kind of break down those cashews, soften them up a little bit. I have Vitamix, which is a really high-powered blender and can probably handle it without the little bit of boiling, but it just depends on what you're working with.
Very true. And I wonder if you had a high enough powered immersion blender, do you think you could use that?
No.
Oh, we might have to do some experimenting. Okay, so I mixed this all up. Looks like this. And now what we're gonna do is put it in, and I also added some Parmesan. Put it into this cute little ramekin. Put that in.
Making a mess.
I am.
So I love like the flavors of thyme and nutmeg.
Mhm.
It's like warmer flavors.
Yeah.
It's good for winter, but you could definitely experiment with some different flavors.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And we actually have a little bit of thyme and oregano growing in our office garden that I planted.
AKA a planter by the window.
Yes.
With oregano and thyme in it.
Hey, but it has some nice ambiance. I'm the plant lady of the office. I've converted multiple of our fellow coworkers into plant ladies. So it does bring some nice.
Beautiful.
Isn't that nice? Okay, so this just goes into the oven.
And while she's putting that in the oven, I am going to put this mixture into the blender. And notice we didn't wash it. So now this is no longer vegan.
But it's for convenience.
It's for convenience. I don't own two blenders. Well, I do own two blenders. I didn't want to bring two blenders.
Bringing two blenders. Is this it? Can I?
That's judgeable.
Judgeable? All right, let's do this.
So this is where we get a little one. Oh, yeah, here we go.
Would you like my little blender dance?
That was wonderful.
Thanks.
I think it's pretty much blended.
Blended? Okay.
Okay.
So I'm gonna hand this off to you.
Okay, so
You know, some seasoning.
I have one. No, I have one.
Yeah.
Let's not make more dishes for us.
Yes.
Okay. So you're probably like, okay, that's all good and wonderful. You put some cashews in a blender, but why is this mac and cheese?
Yes.
That doesn't taste like cheese. It's true. You need nutritional yeast.
Mm.
This stuff, I'm not sure why, but it has kind of like a Parmesan-y flavor.
Yep.
I don't really know how to describe it.
Yep.
You can get it from, I get it from Whole Foods in the bulk bin,
Yep.
right?
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yep.
they have it usually.
And Bob's Red Mill, I know, is another big,
You can get a bag of it.
big brand that you
So
can
there's
get.
like a quarter of a cup, nutritional yeast, a little tang
Some vinegar.
from a teaspoon of vinegar. Whoop.
And again, this is all coming together like pretty quickly, and I'm thinking even like, you know, this cashew mixture you can make ahead of time, so then, and just keep it in the fridge, and whenever you're ready to use it, heat it back, you know, warm it up slightly, and, you know, throw it together with the pasta, and it could be a really quick and easy dinner.
Okay, I'm reaching. You go ahead.
It smells delicious.
So we have a colleague who eats gluten-free, dairy-free, so we're always looking for
Yes.
options.
Yes, and this is where this technique cooking becomes very useful, and I will say personally practice it whenever we have a work function, because we do have some dietary restrictions on our team. So to save whoever is hosting, or, you know, when we're doing events in the office, from making 45 different meals, we utilize technique cooking, and a lot of the like make your own type things like tacos, certainly a favorite, because people can choose to put cheese on it, not put cheese. You can do different tortillas, flour versus corn. So that is certainly another way for food allergy specifically that you can make that a little easier. And one thing we didn't talk about today yet is cross-contamination. So obviously when we did not rinse this blender, this no longer is a vegan mac and cheese. So if you are concerned about a diagnosed allergy, whether it's celiac disease or any dairy, egg, nut allergy, being really careful to make sure that you are washing everything and that cross-contamination is not an issue, because that is no bueno.
No bueno. And that is it. That is our vegan mac and cheese. If you want to come in here and look at it, it looks really nice and creamy, and it's pretty darn delicious.
I can't believe that this is vegan.
Where's our other fork?
I might have to do.
Here it is.
Oh, did you find it for me?
Yes. Get the potato out of the mason jar.
Are
All
you
right.
starting vegan
Let's
first?
start with the vegan one.
Oh, so good. You could not tell that this does not have cheese just by looking at it. Oh yeah. That's good.
I'm all about that life.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, check.
Check.
Dairy-free mac and cheese. That's a winner.
And those peas are nice, so definitely what we call a one-dish meal, like not having to worry about, you know, adding a protein, because that's already in there.
Okay, you ready for this?
I'm ready.
This is hot.
Oh, it might be a little
It's
bit.
a little hot. Okay. It's a little hot.
That's a lot. I say, don't burn yourself. Ooh, that cheese on top, nicely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yummy. I love that
real good.
thyme.
Mm-hmm.
That is our mac and cheese.
Yeah. So join us next month on June 18th. We're going to be talking mocktails. The Vitamix might be coming back if we're talking mocktails. But stay tuned. And if you have any questions or would like to see us do anything specific, make sure you comment on both Facebook and Instagram and let us know.
Yeah, recipes are on our website.
Yep.
And if you're interested in our LEAP sensitivity food guide,
The link will be there as well.
yeah.
Yep. All right.
All right.
See you
Bye,
guys next
guys.
time. Bye.